Welcome to UCX Meet Me conferencing. Please enter a conference ID and press pound.
I don't know if he handles it, but I don't think they're there yet. So he can tell him where he has it now, so like where we're at in the process. Yeah, I don't. I think we just finally, well, we did. We just finally came up with an agreement with DM. So
That is not a valid conference ID.
he'll be involved in day pop.
Please enter a conference ID and press pound.
How much non-apartment space do they have in that process? There's something.
Off the top of my head, I don't remember. Yeah, there is.
They do. It's mixed use.
Right, right. I just don't remember.
That is not a valid conference ID.
Recognizing the pound.
Please enter a conference ID and
Actually,
We can do it from the engine.
they don't even have the contact.
Crap.
that is not a
Okay. Did you mark my merchant?
Grant work on the brown field?
Oh no, not the grant work we're doing. Yeah, you're right. The grant work we're doing. And then we're turning it over. Yeah. I thought we did some of it already.
Yeah, I don't even know if they, I just
Kingsley
want to pass it along. And
Yeah, Kingsley probably
wash
does.
my hands
They're-
with it.
They shouldn't.
Kingsley has all the information. He'll be the best bet.
Once those side rails come down, they should be full body harnessed and tethered.
press star for help.
How are you? Everybody.
So when they call in,
Which I don't understand how. If you're going to compare apples to apples. Apples to apples.
They,
Then
I could tell you, there's
I don't think I was gonna like it.
thousands of ways they cheat.
Right. No, that's what I mean. That's
They
definitely what
miss
it is.
stuff. They deliberately miss stuff.
Hey,
And then
Carlton.
they try. Then they go after extras.
Yeah.
They
So,
Marvin Gaye said you heard through the grapevine.
hear the grapevine. But the other thing is,
So
they,
that's hello?
well,
yeah, I did.
you know, for them, they have. If Dugan and Marvin hires a carpenter, they can pay carpenter rates. I know what they're doing out there. But when Repert hires a carpenter,
Paid this
it's
rate.
a-
This rate for these hours.
yeah, it's a labor most of
Wear a
the time.
scarf and then cut your
What happened that time, aren't they?
Plus, they say that they pay the benefits.
Gotta take advantage
It's a
of
shell
the
company,
sun.
California.
That's all.
You got lights.
Unless you stay right here.
No, but I mean as far as light.
Oh, yeah.
Working up there.
Double
sure
breasted.
you
I couldn't be up
Like
there, man.
HK, they started their business union.
I was watching them.
Now they have like 60
lift those,
in only one union. The rest
the walls and stuff.
Yeah.
Back in the 80s is when that started. Double
You gotta-
breasted.
I've been banging that
Did
building.
it for a while.
That'd have been down in 2 days to me.
That's crazy.
Dude,
Oh,
You gotta do some serious training, man.
they're getting it up though.
Didn't pass the Deer Valley Economic Development didn't say anything yet about the downtown project, right? Yeah. That's a monster. That's gonna change the whole complexity.
Oh,
The building, yeah.
Where's it? Where are you putting that at? Ninth and Hamilton?
I think so. That's the
Sorry
open
about
spot.
Where that other spot?
Yeah, that's too.
Heskey?
Yeah, exactly. I just love that story.
Hello? Hello? What's up, Carlton?
As soon as she sits down, that's when I got this. No, I said as soon as you sit down,
I heard you.
I guess we can pass this.
get ready.
Oh, yeah.
Look at this. Okay.
Fancy restaurant.
Okay.
I don't know. Hello? Did someone join us? Hello?
Hello.
Is this Taiba?
Hi, Karen. Can you hear me?
Okay, thank you.
Sure.
Oh, yeah, I was all the way up there before.
Jim, get it. You got a pen?
No.
Courtesy, Jim Brown.
I want it back.
All right, we'll call this meeting to order. Committee meeting, Councilmember Rose is up first with the review of the residential alert system.
No roll call.
No roll call?
We do roll call.
Okay,
Can't see who's here and who's not here?
I can do that every
Good.
2 weeks.
It's twice a month, not 2 weeks.
Crystal, I mean,
Here.
Mrs. Rose.
Here.
Ms. Sultana?
Here.
Dr. Ruggles? Mayor Panto?
Present.
Mr. Brown?
Here.
Mr. Pinnabone? And Mr. Ettinger?
Here.
Thank you.
Okay, now we'll go to Councilmember Rose to
Okay.
discuss the alert system. Is that okay?
Perfectly fine, thank you.
Um,
Oh, it is. Great.
But that sounded like a warning, didn't it?
Well, because they.
Because we're-
Master
Well, normally a
Plan,
Tuesday night meeting
how
isn't-
Mayor treats us.
Yeah.
Just want to make sure.
I'm putting together. I'm taking a deep dive into resident communications, and so I think over the next few months, you'll probably see some things on the committee agenda for me, looking at alerts, the website, social media, and things like that. And I just wanted to get. Thanks for coming tonight. I wanted to get a better idea of before I propose anything or any ideas. I want to see how we're using it. I mean, I'm familiar with it, but I think it would be good for all of us to have an education on what we have, how we're using it, what communications are going out, and then I'd like to put together some recommendations along with any recommendations from other council members and or the mayor.
Yeah,
Move forward.
definitely. So
Thanks.
so previously we had a system and we had limited categories, and then in June of last year, we actually migrated to a new system. So with that system, we actually created neighborhood-specific categories: College Hill, Southside, all downtown and so forth. And within each, we created a subcategory, whether they want to get, road closures or street cleaning. I believe like trash and recycling, miss or pick up, any information related to that. And then we also created, citywide, events and festivals, and we also created one for, citywide road closures and so forth. Back then, Tracy was the communication person in charge, and she publicized that on social media, and we got people to sign up. So we don't have thousands of people that have when subscribed. We did it like maybe for a month, maybe two, and then we just kind of pull back. It's probably due for another refresher, just
Another
to get
push.
people. Yeah, just
Do you
to
know
get people.
how many users do we currently have signed up?
I think, like for example, for College Hill, we have like for example the siren test. We have 220 road closure. We have 277 street sweeping. We have like 169 trash and recycle. We have like 204, and then downtown we have 347 for road closures. So the numbers vary between 200 to like 500. For example, for like the Eastern Events and Festival, we have about 533 subscribers. Road closures overall, we have about 400. The high water flood advisory, we have 549. So it's compared to how many people live in the city, it's a very, very, I don't know, 1%, maybe not even. So yeah, it's probably another push is due. We can, as far as we can send alerts, we can automate, set on a schedule. Basically, we're in charge of the system, but we kind of wait for the directors, managers to kind of let us know. It's like, hey, we're canceling street sweeping, we're closing this road. This is the event that we want to kind of, publicize and so forth. So
Have we been like with the close? I know some of the road with all the road work that's been going on. I mean, and I know some of it's not all the city. I am signed up for the alerts, and I haven't been.
I would say we
seeing a lot of
haven't
them.
actually, we haven't sent anything related to road closure because we haven't, kind of received those alerts. Okay, because I'm not sure if it's supposed to come from Public Works, it's supposed to come from, the road
Yeah.
team or from John Kingsley. It just really depended. So maybe there's that miscommunication where who's in charge and who needs to kind of let us know.
Some type of communication plan and metric.
Yeah, I think we mentioned the system before, but I believe a refresher is probably is due, between
Yeah.
the directors and also to the public.
Yeah, I feel a little bad because I've directed some people with frustration to road closures in particular, and I know there's some pain points with as we make some updates, which we need to our roads or to systems that are underground. And I pointed them in that direction, but the feedback I got, and I signed up for all of them, I haven't really been seeing them. So if we could revisit that maybe at a staff meeting.
I know on
come
the
up with
website
something.
there is a page.
Today, as a matter of fact.
Yeah, I know on the website there is a page that the John Kingsley's team that do actually post projects and impacts and so forth.
Yeah,
But,
but I think
yeah.
when people are signing up to get them text
I agree.
messaged or voice,
Yeah.
they're expecting like, hey, it's just going to come to my phone, and I know to avoid that. I think it's helpful for us to even know if everyone isn't signed up or sign up for them, so that when those questions come in, we can easily get that information out to people.
No, I agree. I think there's that need for just kind of discuss it
Yeah.
internally and also push it out to the public to get, a couple hundred here and there. It's really a small number compared, but you can push it so much and hope for the best for people to sign up.
Mayor, did we do anything like I know we publicized it last time, but did we do like a press conference on it or something like that to announce? We just did
We've done several. We've tried to get the message out, and the only thing that we really looking at is even our the alerts are good and they work. But people have to sign up for them, and that's a problem. So what we're looking at is digital signage in the neighborhoods, like out. I hate to use Palmer Township as an example, but they have a really good one at the stop sign at 25th and Northampton Street. So
Yeah, that's great. Yeah.
They could post it. People don't see it on newspaper anymore. They don't watch TV. There's nothing that we can do other than try to get it on digital boards.
I know that we have a lot of visitors come in town when we have our festivals and stuff, but that might be a great opportunity to have a little kiosk out there to give out to people.
I believe Tracy pushed it on social media, and I believe we also put a campaign with the utility billing.
Yeah.
So that
yeah,
went to
yeah.
everyone. I believe we did that. I'm not 100% sure, but this is something, again, that we can, definitely put it back on the utility. Like, within the utility bill, there's a corner
Yeah,
we can
the
actually.
corner, right?
Exactly.
Are we able to put on the utility bill a QR code that goes to the alert
We
webpage?
pretty much,
Because
yeah.
I think that could be. Most
I
people
believe-
know how to
Why?
use the QR codes now. It just makes it a little quicker to get to the.
I
page
believe, I
without
think we did
typing
that.
the URL.
Like I said, I'm not 100% sure, but I believe we did put something on the
We did a QR
utility bill.
code about a year and a half ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think like maybe on an annual basis at least, including it in
Yeah.
yeah. So I mean, if someone missed it the first time, they have another chance, and probably maybe every 6 months incorporating it into the social media.
I mean,
schedule would be
The other
good.
problem we talked about today is the number of platforms that we're using. We're using the East Alert system. We have the Crime Watch system, and the Crime Watch puts all the road closures on it, and that's handled by the police department, so it's pretty accurate. But it's not as accurate as Ferry Street or 3rd Street right now is closed because of the construction, all the cranes. The guys are still working at 6 o'clock at night.
Yeah, and also, if a road is closed for 2-3 weeks, you need to send that every week, that reminder, or you just send it once and hope people remember 3 weeks from now that the road is still closed. So there's always.
In the last month, what alerts have you sent out?
I think I sent the list to Lewis, but I think it was mainly for street cleaning. Yeah. In the past, since we went live in last year, we sent about 45 alerts, and that's a mix of street, closure. We haven't sent street closure in some time, but I think they were mostly last year. Yeah, street cleaning, road closures, some events at the festivals, probably about like 4 or 5 categories.
I know UGI is still working up there on 7th Street on Wolf and Washington. Blocked off, you can't get in there.
Yeah, it's pretty much like I'm out the direction of.
They don't have to tell us.
Yeah,
You
if
just
I don't have
close
that.
down the street.
That's
Yeah.
bad because I know the county gets
Well, yeah.
an alert, a letter from them, and then they send it out to all employees.
That's more than I thought they did. They're not
Yeah.
doing it to the neighbors, I can tell you that.
Yeah, if the communication doesn't come internally to the city, so somebody can inform us, I wouldn't be able
Yeah,
to
that'd be
kind of.
great.
Yeah, I think
No.
that there needs to be some process in place and like something even weekly, if there's something we're aware of with road closures, we invested in the technology, we should be putting the information out there. If people sign up, that's what they're expecting, that they're gonna get these updates.
Yeah, and the system also has a geofencing where we can actually target the whole city of Easton, regardless of whether you sign up or not. But this is only meant for like a true emergency, gunfire, something,
Yeah, I mean, but when you sign up for
very-
the road closure category and on the alert sign up, you're expecting to get those updates.
Yeah, like I said, but the system has the ability to target phone number. Like we just do a geofencing and we just, and again, but this is
That's
only
helpful for
this
an
is only for
emergency.
like
Well, the geofencing may be a way of getting it out, getting the word out to sign up.
I mean, we can do that. It's just also we have to be careful because if we do a lot of that, people actually can start
No,
to
we have to be
flag
aware
it
of
as
it. We're
spam.
at 3 o'clock in the morning from the National Weather Service. We
Oh, yeah.
did eliminate that one because it was just ridiculous time of day.
Yeah, we have to be careful about how many we send up because like right now on my phone, if somebody sends me a text message for anything, I can just actually swipe and say report that junk. So the more that gets flagged, then the number we use it becomes.
I wouldn't be too worried about that
Yeah.
because if someone signs up and they're like, I don't really want this,
Yeah,
then
yeah, that's-
so, that's their choice. They
that-
don't have
yeah,
to
that's
keep
different.
getting them,
If
or they
people
can go
sign up,
back and
yeah.
adjust their settings.
If people sign up, that's okay. But when we do like target for people who haven't subscribed, then that becomes maybe it's like, hey, I didn't sign up for this. I'm gonna block you as spam, and then it creates the issues.
Does the platform include a certain amount of messages that you're allowed to put out, or do we pay by message? How
No,
does that work?
I think the limit is like 500, but we can actually increase it. There's like a subscription-based plan. We can increase it.
Okay.
Yeah,
good
it's very flexible. It's just where the information comes in for the alerts. Does it come to a certain person, pushes it out, or to each manager director gives us that? So I think that's probably
Yeah, it
bring it
sounds
up.
like that process just needs to be tightened up so they can get you the information. I mean, you can't be responsible, I understand, to know everything that goes on in every department in every area.
Yeah, I do see there's a refresher for putting out on social media in the utility bill, and also we discuss it in the next Tuesday probably in the meeting.
The digital signage is really good. We could put it at the top of Southside Hill, we could put it at the top of College Avenue, but we don't have a place downtown or in the West Ward. The West Ward's gonna take, I think, one at 13th and Butler and one at 13th and 22. That might help. If we could locate one in downtown where everybody sees it that lives downtown, then that's the ones we need. And they're really, connected by modem and just put them on all five digital signs, and then we can let people know 3rd Street closed today.
Yeah, that's helpful.
Yeah,
Yeah, I mean, technology does exist.
yeah.
Just there's the cost and
We have a company
But
that
you need to have a process
does
and a program.
digital signage.
exactly. Yeah.
They sell ads, and we only get like one. There's a Ring doorbell.
I'm not home.
Yeah, there are outdoor, like for example, the system that we got downstairs for indoor.
Right, yeah.
That also they have TVs
Right.
for outdoor, and then we can actually just from a portal push out messages and do that. So
Right.
Thanks for the info.
no
Appreciate
problem.
it.
No problem.
How many people are signed up for Crime Watch?
I think Chief Scalzo said about 1,000.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, because that's a system they control, separate system.
Okay. Anything else, Kristen?
No, that's it. Thanks.
Thank you.
Okay, the only thing I have is the code of conduct, which is long overdue, but I waited and waited and waited.
Is the new one there?
It's updated based on Joel's remarks, Crystal's remarks, and Roger's remarks.
So everything that came in this afternoon is in here.
It should be. I tried to get it all in. The social media's in here, but we'll just have to go back and look at it. I need to reread it. I just printed it out 5 minutes ago. So it's up to date as of this afternoon, but I don't know if it's,
Yeah, it has it in there, social media and
yeah.
the other stuff you haven't put in now. City still.
And Roger caught some misspelled words,
Yeah.
and I basically, I didn't like code of conduct that we currently have. So I did it all over, and I researched a number of cities to see what they have, and this one is a combination of a lot of the different cities that I looked at. I think the decorum of the city council meetings over the last couple of months has really deteriorated to a point where I'm not happy, and neither is the public, because the public tells me about it all the time. So I think we get this adopted, and I give it to you tonight so that you can look at it and make any amendments or changes that you want to make tomorrow night. It puts into writing everything that we really need to do as far as not voting, saying you have a conflict of interest, so you're not going to vote. And then that's up to it's now up to the city solicitor to make that decision whether it's right or not.
The only question I had in there, in the original one that went out, it stated that 3 meetings. Is that consecutive meetings? Is that spread out meetings?
It's 3 meetings a year.
A year.
Did I
Okay.
I thought I said that. Well, maybe I did in a follow-up. I think Roger brought that up too. 3 meetings annually. We have our authorities, boards, and commissions are very important bodies, and when somebody agrees to be on the board, they need to be present. Zoning board, sometimes there's only 2 people there, and so we need to take into consideration. Although it's very difficult to get people to volunteer to serve on those boards, we need to get people at least attending on a regular basis so that business can be conducted. I mean, imagine going to a planning commission meeting. We were talking about a big project and only 4 people are there.
Yeah.
And they could vote, and as long as all 4 vote, it passes. And the zoning board, which is quasi-judicial, they're making decisions most of the time with only 3 members, and the 3 members, the applicant has to say whether they want them or not, because it could be 2-1, it could be 3-0, it could be 0-3. So I think it's really important that the people who are selected for these boards, they get put on because they have volunteered, but then they have to be able to commit. Right now we have a lot of openings. I have the ABCs coming up the first meeting in July. A lot of them are reappointments, but a lot of them are also new appointments.
Yeah. I know for me, when I'm going to miss a meeting, I try to give notice 2 weeks in ahead of time, and I make sure that all of my stuff that I need to get done is done. So I think that's the only professional way to do it.
Yeah, I think you're right. So we'll take comments on this tomorrow night before we
Okay.
vote on it. I think it's pretty conclusive, and the 3 people that, oh, there's the presiding. Okay, I couldn't find it. Any other questions on the code of conduct?
Yes, Mayor. Mayor, I emailed you. I don't know if you were able to see that or not,
I saw
but
it.
I did have a question about. Okay, all right.
Your question was
You want me
about
to hold on to this?
the methods of discipline. You had a question about that.
But that if I read that right, Mayor, that comes right out of the Robert Rules of Order.
Mm-hmm.
That's not,
And it
that's
comes
not
out of
the same.
everybody else's, everybody has in those 4 oral warning, verbal, written
That's how it
warning,
is, yep.
Vote of no confidence, and a censor.
Mayor,
Yes.
or this is for Councilwoman Sultana. What was your question?
I just wanted more clarification on the section 10, and that's all.
Section 10?
The last section, I'm sorry, it's section 11 or section 10, but the very last one. This is exactly what I emailed you about, Mayor.
Yeah, the written warning, oral warning,
Mhm.
oral written, vote of no confidence, and censor. There were the 4, I don't see it in here either.
I don't either. I'm looking.
That's what I'm going to do.
I
It's
have
in the original
It's
one.
in the original one, but I don't see it in this one. I'll have to
Looks
put it.
like it cuts off in the middle.
Yeah, I'll pull it.
Yeah, it's in the original one. And Mayor, did you say we are voting on this tomorrow?
Yes, yes.
Yes.
Yeah, we're voting on this tomorrow.
Okay, thank you.
Hold on, Mayor. I'm pulling it up now just in case I have a question.
Go ahead.
Everything I question, so we don't have to follow.
No, you don't have to go
every
written
time.
or oral written.
No.
Because it's the same as our policy handbook. The discipline is warranted by the severity of the infraction. Okay, we'll take your questions and comments. If you want to send it to me earlier, if you find a mistake, you can do that. Just email me or wait till the meeting. It doesn't matter.
Good stuff, Mayor. Good stuff.
Mayor, I will make a motion to adjourn if you have.
I'm ready. I have nothing else. Anybody else?
All good.
All good? Motion is made by Councilman Pinnabone, second
Second.
by Mr. Councilman Ettinger.
You better call me councilman.
According to this.
It's in here, no pen. Well, I guess
It's not,
you can get
it's
away
not
with it
approved
today.
yet.
Starting tomorrow, you gotta call me councilman.
Oh, you bone.
Oh, I'm going right to censor.
My dad's name is Bone. We call him Bone.
I like-
T-Bone, right?
I call my
That's right.
daughter Bones. My oldest daughter, I call her Bones.
Okay. See you all tomorrow night, same time, same bat
This is
station.
working for Padone. But how you pronounce that name? Padone?
Good night.
What's the,
Bye.
engineering firm called?
Bye-bye.
Oh, Roger was on?
Was Roger on? That was Roger?
That was
I
Roger.
didn't, I texted him to see if he was having trouble.
Padone's? Padone's?
I was here.
Oh,
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
hi.
We'll mark your present.
Padone's? Is that right?
Sorry.
Oh, Benoni.
Padone's.
Benoni.
Yeah.
Benoni.
Ain't my son's working for him.
Oh, really? That's great.
They gave him
That's a good firm.
Yeah, he's looking at the Philly office now. Just started.
Oh, that's a nice office.
Just started.